All right, Billy, enough is enough. 2 days locked up in your room because Molly broke up with you is plenty.
But I can't go back. I can't face the kids.
What do you plan to do with your life?
I don't know. Join the circus and become a clown.
No, because of some little girl?
She's not some little girl. We were going steady. Then she left me for a junior.
Well, why don't you fight for her? Win her back.
Dad, come on. I can't compete. He's 6'1" and drives a convertible. I'm a midget with a Schwinn.
Well, what is she? The only girl in the world? Billy, do you know how many girls there are out there? They're all over the place. Thousands, millions of them. Beautiful, wonderful, glorious, voluptuous. Lots of girls.
Yeah, but I want Molly.
That's only because you can't have Molly. Billy, let me tell you a story. During the war, this guy, Herbie, and I became friends. Well, Herbie fell in love with a wonderful Italian girl, Carla. Thinking of Carla was what got him through the war. Well, Carla died, and Herbie nearly fell apart. He stayed in, drank. I've never seen anyone so miserable. And then one day, Herbie came to me and he said, Chet, life must go on. And Herbie went on. A few years later, he fell in love with another woman, married her, and they went to Jamaica on their honeymoon, and she ran off with a steel band. But Herbie went on. He married again, and this time at the wedding reception, his bride left him for the caterer. But still, Herbie went on. His next wife ran off with his partner who ran off with his business. But still, Herbie went on. Because you see, Billy, he knew that there's a whole world out there. He knew that somewhere, around some corner, he would find happiness.
Wow. I feel like a jerk. I mean, look at Herbie, a lifetime of disasters. I had a week with a 13-year-old shrimp who lisps. And I'm gonna throw my life away? Thanks, Dad.
Good boy. I'll see you at breakfast.
Hey, Dad. Where's Herbie now?
Oh, he's in a mental institution.
What?
Yes, he just sits in the corner, talks in numbers, and makes lovely baskets.
I thought he always goes on.
Oh, Billy, please, there's just so much going on that a man can do.
Are you going to tell Mr. Tate that Corinne is moving in with Peter? Because if you are, that's 2 places I won't have to set no more.
No, Benson, only 1 place. Corinne's.
2, because when Mr. Tate finds out, it's going to kill him.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Chester.
Benson! I asked for a 3-minute egg.
That is a 3-minute egg.
This egg is raw.
Well, what you expect when you ask for an egg in 3 minutes? I got to get it out of the refrigerator, get it onto a plate, get it all the way in here. You want it cooked, and you got to give me 10 minutes. Stop in the name of love before you...
Shut up, Benson!
Break my heart. But don't bring your laundry around here, because I ain't gonna do it.
Get her back.
Oh.
Well, you'd better think of something, Jessica, because my blood pressure's already redlined it. All I have to do is stand up, and I will have a cerebral hemorrhage on the spot.
Simon says, stand up.
It's very complicated.
Complicated, please. You don't know from complicated.
No, believe me, Corinne, if you knew who was involved in my situation, you'd faint.
If you knew who was involved in mine, you'd drop dead.
All right, Corinne, all right. I happen to be in love with a public figure.
Peanuts.
A married public figure.
Zip.
All right, Corinne. I'm in love with Congressman Walter McCallum. Top that.
I could. But I can't tell you.
Well, I knew you couldn't. Mine's bigger.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
A married congressman?
right.
How do you like this one? I'm moving in with Peter Campbell, who's also having an affair with Mother.
You're in. You're not allowed to lie.
It's the truth.
Mother? Our mother? The mother downstairs? Jessica? The redhead?
That's the one.
You win. I can't believe it. I mean, it took me 20 years to believe she did it with Daddy.
I've ruined my marriage. I've ruined my life. Corinne's left home, and it's all because I took tennis lessons.
Okay, Jess. Let's just take one thing at a time. What happened from the beginning?
Well, it all started 2 months ago when Chester gave me a tennis racket. Now, I don't know why he gave me a tennis racket. I never said I wanted one. I may have mentioned I wanted a Cuisinart, but I never once mentioned that I wanted a tennis racket. But, oh, Mary, have you got a Cuisinart? They are wonderful. You can just throw your knives away. You'll never have to chop food again.
What happened,
Oh,
Jess?
well, when I first got mine, all the food turned to mush. But when
Jessica! What happened?
Oh, well, Chester gave me this tennis racket, and I didn't want to appear ungrateful, Mary, so I had to take tennis lessons. And because I took tennis lessons, I met Peter, and because I met Peter, I slept with him. Because I slept with him, now Chester's probably going to find out, and when Chester finds out, my entire life is going to be ruined, and it's all because Chester gave me a tennis racket. This is actually Chester's fault.
Mary, have I got news? I just got this cable at work. My son Chuck is coming here from Hawaii.
Bert, this is signed Chuck and Bob. Who's Bob?
It's nobody.
Well, he's obviously somebody, Bert, because he's coming and he doesn't eat meat.
Who doesn't eat meat?
Bob.
Who's Bob?
I don't know. Somebody who's coming with Chuck.
Who's Chuck?
Bert's son. Who's Bob?
I don't even know who Chuck is. Who's Bob?
It's a dummy.
Bert, I didn't ask you for his IQ. I asked you who he was.
A dummy.
Well, your son Peter's no genius either.
Where's Peter?
He's a dummy.
But he's sweet, Bert.
No, Bob. Bob's a dummy. You know, a little wooden doll.
A wooden doll.
Let me get this straight. Your son Chuck is coming here from Hawaii with Bob, his little wooden doll.
Right.
And you thought I had problems?
Come on. I got him, Bob, when he was a little kid.
Bob.
Bob, yeah. Well, yeah, see, we don't refer to him as a dummy because it kind of upsets Chuck.
Not to mention driving Bob completely crazy.
No, now, he's had Bob all his life. He took him everywhere. Took him to school, to camp, into the army.
He took a doll into the army?
At least he could get into the army. Special Services Vietnam. They entertained the troops.
I'm sure they did.
Hey, he won a medal.
Who? Chuck or Bob?
Chuck.
Mary, I have to go now. I have to go and see what new disaster's befallen me. Well, goodbye, Bert. I am so happy that 2 more of your sons are coming.
One son, the other's a dummy.
Well, smart or dumb, they're your children, and you love them.